Why, hello everybody, this is Joycelina and we are playing a brand new game called Stonehearth. Oh, this has got to be one of the cutest little games ever made. I'm looking at you, Viva Pinata. I will tell you, this is if you were to take Minecraft and RimWorld and have them make a cute, adorable little baby. It's Stonehearth. I love this game. I have been really sick for the past several weeks, and so when I've been offline playing and not recording, this is the game I've been playing, and I can't wait to share it with you. So let's get started in a single player game of Stonehearth. This is the story of a brave band of settlers from... Now you'll see there are three different areas. There is the Ascendancy, Rhea's Children, and Northern Alliance. And I've played at least two of the three just intermittently while I've been sick. But I'm going to begin with the Ascendancy because it really is ideal for new players. And as much as I've been playing with this, it's new to us together. So let's go ahead and select the Ascendancy. Earnest and hard-working, loyal and well-rounded, citizens of the Ascendancy chop, build, and farm, confident that the known world is theirs to inhabit. So this is ideal for new players, so we will go ahead and select them. So the story of a brave band of settlers from the Ascendancy, a prosperous and industrious kingdom, seeking new lands and adventure, they set off to... And we will go with the favored area for them, the favored biome, which is temperate, forest, rivers, and mountains, default home of the Ascendancy. So there we go. They will set off to Darkmoor Forest. Now, even I can't play on peaceful difficulty. I mean, I need at least something. But then again, it's me, and we'd like it to be more than 3 episodes long, so we will not go for hard. We will not go for peaceful. We will go for normal. Adventure forth in a world fraught with danger. Your town will be subject to raiding enemies. These guys, look how adorable even the enemies are. How can you get mad at that attacking you? Okay, so we are seeking new lands and adventure. We set off to the Darkmoor Forest, a location that is sure to be an inspiring place to start anew. Let's select our roster. So similar to Rimstone, you get to have a starting party. In our starting party in Stonehearth, we have our hearthlings that have 3 different attributes. The first one is mind, the ability to think intelligently. A high mind stat allows a hearthling to quickly grasp mental activities such as crafting and keep their head clear. Influences diligence and curiosity. The nice thing about a high mind number, and the numbers are literally between 1 and 6, so the higher the mind, the more easily they will learn a skill and they will level up into whatever class you've given them. Second is body. Competence at physical activities. Hearthlings with a high body stat will move a bit faster, attack harder, and live longer. Influences muscle, speed, and stamina. So a higher body number means the more likelihood that they would be a good soldier and or cleric. More likely soldier than cleric. So this gentleman here with a 4, 4, and then a 5. So John Umbro is likely going to be a warrior of some type. And lastly, we have the stat spirit. Faith in other people and themselves. A high spirit hearthling will easily befriend animals, stand strong against enemies, and craft exceptional things more often. It influences their courage, willpower, compassion, and inspiration. So not only do they have these stats, they have other attributes. And John here has the attributes of courageous. John Umbro loves to save others and puts the safety of the town as paramount. Sounds great for our first footman, doesn't it? And then secondly, he is a cultist. This hearthling keeps mumbling about some sort of secret bunny god, sleeping eternally. What's that about? So John Umbro, we're going to go ahead and keep him a good enough mind and body and a higher spirit. He sounds like a good footman. And we can re-roll if we want to, but in his case, I think we're happy with what we have. We can also re-roll all of them. If they all end up to stink, we can say, let's try again. Sean Fenton has a high mind, which means he's going to learn whatever it is he learns very quickly. He has a pretty good spirit, which means he's going to craft nice things, but a mediocre body, which means we're not going to really want him to fight anything, which is a good thing because he has the heart of a crafter. Sean Fenton loves crafting things for others. If they don't make at least one thing a day, they feel the day is a waste. Well, I'm trying to remember who's who. So we're going to call John Umbro. We're going to call him John the Footman. So I remember. And Sean here, we're going to call him Sean the Crafter. Actually, let's call him Crafty Sean. Now, I'm willing to rename anybody in our roster, including people we bring on. So if you are interested in having yourself named in this series, become a hearthling of Stonehearth, let me know in the comments below, or you can hook me up on Discord if you are part of one of the Discord groups that I follow. Feel free to message me and say, I want to be a hearthling. And then give me any indication if there's specific hearthlings you want to be named, or if you really don't care, you just want to become someone. Let me know in the comments below or on Discord. We have Raven Wester, who is meh with mind, not very high body, but great spirit. Raven also is a passionate trapper. Always dreamed of being a trapper. Maybe now they'll get their chance. And then loves nothing more than the gentle drumbeat of raindrops. I'm not feeling Raven. I'm just not feeling it. With a high spirit, I would want her to be a cleric, and she wants none of that. So we're going to re-roll, see what we get. Kate. Kate is going to be great at learning whatever it is she learns. Mediocre, kind of middle line body, not very good with the spirit. Let me see. Charismatic. When Kate Kellogg rocks into a room, people always take notice. And thunderstorms, sandstorms, blizzards, Kate Leckuk loves them all. Sounds to me like she might be a great worker. So she's going to be Kate. Whoops. The worker. So we're going to keep her as a worker because she's not going to be great at crafting anything. And if worse comes to worse, if life gives us everything we need and Kate's just not doing much of anything, she does have enough body that I might make her a footman. But her low spirit means she'd run for a fight fairly quickly. So I'm thinking it's the mining life for Kate. Okay, Naya Carlwine. A mediocre body, mediocre mind, mediocre body, and a little bit better on the spirit. What does she have here? Nia Carlwine never really connects with others. This helps them not to be hurt as hurt when a tragedy strikes. But their constant guarded composure makes them slow to make friends. So she's callous, and she's also another one of these cultists. I can keep her also as a worker bee. So Naya let's call her Naya the Miner. So she might be stuck in the mines all day long. And then last we have Joe Nonek. High mind, pretty good body, likely spirit. What does she have here? This hearthling loves to haul things around. For inexplicable reasons, they move faster when they are carrying something in their pack. Well, I'm not going to name her anything additional. She can do whatever it is she wants. Eventually, she might become a footman if I need it, or she might become something else, or she may just stay the hauler of her heart's desire. So we're going to go ahead. John, Crafty, Kate, Naya, and Joe, if you want to be any of those folks, just let me know down in the comment. We are going to accept our roster. Now we have 3 different ways of starting. So we can start with food for days, which says a large amount of food crammed into the back of the caravan should keep the hearthlings going for a handful of days while they get their settlement up and running. Very little gold, a good amount of food, and a farmer's hoe, which means we can get our farmer right away. If we decide who that's going to be, we can make that happen, and the food will be coming out straight up. Now tell you. Next is the Merchant Caravan. A collection of trade tools should give the settlement a leg up in the wilderness. So it gives us the trapper tool, a footman, and an herbalist without us having to craft or assign anybody a task. That will automatically be there, and we can assign our first 3 folks to those if we want it. Limited amount of food, and then a little bit more gold. Finally, we have money solves all problems. Anything that the town needs, they should be able to purchase from a trader. That is, presuming one finds them and has the proper goods for sale. So this gives us access to the weaver, and the weaver's primary purpose in this kind of realm would be to continually make things out of cloth and out of fiber that we could then sell to be able to buy the things we need. A little bit of food to carry us through for the first couple of tradings, and then a whole lot of gold from which to buy different items, specifically food, and then other crafting items that we necessarily wouldn't be able to craft, probably specifically around like different tools for different people, so that we get a farmer hoe or a trapper's knife or whatever it is through trading, and then be able to up our people based on what we're able to purchase. I'm going to say the first thing I want to do is food for days. So we're a very early colony, and ultimately what we'll be able to do is at a certain point in this game, we can save it and we can have this break off into season 2, in which they can become maybe the children of Raya, or they could go to be the children of the North, whatever that one's called. I don't remember off the top of my head. So what we can do is we can build on that, and we can take 3 settlers from here and 10 items and go and build a whole new realm. So I'm going to want to start off with food for days for this group, because they are the ones least likely to have anything on hand. So we're going to start. Now the next thing is loading up what map and where we're going to find our path. So you can see we could change out the world seed. We could roll a whole new map if we wanted to, and I'm just showing this as an example. Hopefully it loads me something new. We can set which our starting season. I'm going to say spring, so that we have plenty of time to grow. And you can see on the side, so Mountain Peak here means we have no trees, no wildlife, but lots of minerals. As we move down off the mountains, the trees become more plenteous, the wildlife becomes more plenteous, but the minerals become fewer and fewer and fewer. So I think I'm going to want to start somewhat near the lake, yet close enough to begin mining into the mountains. Oh, I think this is a perfect spot. So we're going to be surrounded with trees, settle here, but hopefully close enough to the lake to be able to build towards it. Let's see, as it's terracing terrain, positioning plushies. Yeah, hearthlings don't like to be in cramped spaces for too long. So you can get a certain buff if you wanted to, and we'll go over that in a bit, depending on our banner, that reduces that. Okay, here we are. So we click the banner and we decide where we want to place things. You can see we have a lake over here with some mountain. The area is not as flat as I would like. Oh, here's all the flatlands. So I think I'm going to want to build flatlands and then maybe a little bit towards close to the mountains that we can start to dig into. So I'm going to say right about here, let's go ahead, go forth. There we are. There are our hearthlings. Now they're not doing anything because I haven't assigned them any jobs. Basically they'll eat is all they have room for. So the first thing we need to do is get some wood within our camp. So let's go ahead and harvest. So we're going to go to this tool. This is the tools section, and we'll select harvest. Okay, harvest up all those trees. And then there's a couple of big ones. Let's harvest these big ones because we'll get more wood from each of those. We need to designate zones. So where are they going to put all of the stuff that they end up getting? Oh, goodness. That's in the way. Don't put it there. Delete, remove. Where can I put stuff? Let's see. On the other side of this wood. Or, excuse me, stone. So the barrier is usually the banner or a 20 by 20 area. So let's make that our area. We'll say okay. They'll move all the stuff into this stockpile first thing, and then they'll start doing the tree cutting. Now I'm still a little sick, so if you hear any wacky like pauses in the game, that is probably me coughing my head off. But I just wanted to warn you in advance to let you know that that might happen. So don't be surprised if there's a weird cut. That's what that's all about. Okay, they're doing their cutting things down. You'll see we have some berry plants here. Now I could say go ahead and harvest those, but I don't want to do that. What I do want to do is I can move them. So they're basically replenishable food. A strange bird. Bird, I will worry about you in a moment. I first want to move all of these over here so that we can harvest from them. Whoops. So we can harvest from them easily as time goes on. Okay, there we go. Oh, and I keep forgetting I have set all of my, how do I click on you? All of my zones, I've designated them to start as none. So go ahead, all. Sorry, put all the stuffs in there. Oh, I also want to do a harvest of that stone there. Okay, strange bird. I'm sorry, I was distracted, strange bird. A bird. Messenger? An odd bird arrives with a letter in its beak, stamped with the official seal of the Ascendancy. The bird also carries a name tag which reads Herald. Let's open the letter. A letter from the capital. Dear Expedition 83. I wonder if we'll ever find out about the other 82 expeditions. I hope this letter finds you well. By my guess, you've likely set up camp by now. Yes, we have. Thank you for asking. As your capital liaison, it is my honor to preside remotely over the official founding of your outpost. I trust that you had ample time to choose a name on your journey. Founding? As you know, every new settlement must choose a banner. This banner reflects your spirit and vision, the uniting factor which brought your expedition together. What future did you foresee when you embarked on your quest for township? Increased views and likes? Hit that like button. Subscribe if you haven't. Banner. Banner? Hold in your mind a vision of what your town will one day be. Your banner will set that course, but it's up to you to finish it. Choose well, my friends, and I eagerly await your reply. Yours, Mayor Burlyhands. What shall we choose? Official settlement declared. Yeah, after I harvest these berries. Okay, official settlement declared, or declaration. Choose a name for your settlement. We are going to call you Lake of Joy. So we have 3 types of banners. The first one is the banner of vitality. This settlement shall be at one with the environment. Trees produce 25% more wood. Plants and crops both grow 25% faster, and plants have 2 times their normal appeal. We have the banner of strength. This settlement will grow strong through earth and steel. Mining gives 50% more ore. Stone and clay. 50% more ore, stone, and clay. Hearthlings no longer mind cramped spaces. See, so it mentioned that Hearthlings didn't like cramped spaces. You could mitigate that through selecting a banner of strength. And then finally, the Banner of Cunning. This settlement will be a bustling hub of trade. Roads give 3 times their normal speed boost, your items sell for 50% more, and traders will bring 2 times the goods and gold. Well, since our focus it really is food and has been since the start, let's go ahead and say trees produce, we'll do the Banner of Vitality. Issue declaration. Outpost established. Oh, there we go. They're celebrating. Oh, look at our banner. There's our little banner. It is a tree. And they're all happy. And they're talking with each other. It's social time. It's a big party around the banner. And there's Harold. Hello, Harold. Special delivery duck duck. Oh, he's celebrating too. Everybody's celebrating. Yoo-hoo! The bird squawks. You're not sure how you missed it before, but the bird is wearing a tiny backpack. It contains a note which reads, a little something to help you celebrate, along with 4 peasant bread and 3 roast sausage. Oh, delicious. The bird departs. The odd messenger bird, we like to call him Harold, scurries off with your official settlement founding declaration in its beak, carrying it in the vague direction of the capital. Farewell, Harold! We will herald you the next time you come. Okay, so all of our hearthlings, you can see, are gathered around the fire, just chillaxing. I've given them no orders, so they don't really have much else to do. They're wasting their life away. So let's see what we can do to begin with. First thing we need to do is harvest all of the stone that's going to be standing in our way here. The second piece we need to do is we have, what do we have that we can assign or set down? Nothing. We can let a few seeds of the oak tree. We can grow some big oak trees. So yeah, when you chop a tree down, make sure you plant a new one, folks. That's just environmental 101 lessons there. And we will grow a new berry bush. Okay, a daily update. We will get this every morning. We will have a daily update that will tell us whether or not we have enough food and gold or town worth for a new hearthling. Let's see what happens. Yes, no, our net worth is only 66. We need to be up to 275. So the road remains empty. Maybe tomorrow? So we need to build our self-wealth, the wealth of the colony. So we're going to do that through likely building things. And we can only build things if we assign people jobs. So I'm trying to think, what jobs do we have that we can assign people? We were going to make you a footman. Do I have access to a sword? No, I don't. I need a carpenter to give me that access. So who can be our carpenter? We didn't decide anyone specifically, but I think we want Crafty Sean. We told him he was going to be crafty. He wants to craft stuff, so let's make him our carpenter. There you go, Crafty Sean. And once you've figured that out, there are some things. So if we come over here to our crafters menu, we can select the carpenter, and the first thing we need you to do is to craft a workbench so that you can do all the other stuffs. The second thing we need right away is a farmer. And did I see that we have a hoe? We do. We have a farmer's hoe because we selected the one thing that gave us all the food and the hoe. So we're going to go here, and that was another thing that we were looking at with somebody who could be a gardener. And who do we want that to be? My iron worker, so it must be Joe. Joe, we're going to go ahead and have you be, wait a second, did we have anyone else that had that? Before, stop. In the name of love, before you break my heart. No, we don't have anyone else who is lusting for a job as a farmer. So, Joe, you are our farmer. So now that we have the workbench has already been created, It should be in here for us to set down. We're gonna go ahead and set that down. Let's pause. Things are moving too quickly. We've only got 5 minutes left. So we're gonna put the workbench down. The other thing we're gonna do, oh, hey, you are in our way. So we need you to come back over here. But by the water, we want to create our fields. Where are they at? Here we go. Designate zones. 11 by 5, we're going to say our turnips. Our next 11 by 5, whoops, that started in the wrong place. No, go away, go away, go away. Farmer zone, 11 by 5. We'll have you be carrots. And then 11 by, why does it say 11 by 4? Oh, 11 by 5 and pumpkins. So we'll have our farmer start that. Let's get moving. I'm waiting for our workbench to go down. Once he puts that down, we can pause yet again and give our worker, our carpenter, things to do. First thing, I need a wooden sword. Also, if you could, a weaver's spindle when we got some stuff to make that with. That's fine. And then some small crates to level you up. Let's get 10 small crates in. Okay, we'll initiate that. Let's go ahead and move forward. And then let's harvest this little piece of cloth, of silkweed. We also have some bright bell, which we will need once we get an herbalist. So we'll move that to where we can get to it. Let's look for any other of these plants that can be moved. Lots of the bright bell, which is good. We are going to need much of it in order to do all of the crafting with it that we want to. So this is used not only in potions, but also in cooking, which we will eventually want our farmer to become a chef. That is the role that they will one day assume. Okay, these are all the trees that are now growing up. Oh, I see you. Can also move. The silkweed is really, really important. A lot of things use cloth. A lot of things from the cleric use frost. Oh, Harold, are you Harold? Or are you just some random duck? You are some random duck. Okay, let's put you over here. Where at? Where are you at? Where you is. There we go. Crafty Sean has achieved Carpenter level 2. That is fantastic. Okay, so what can you do now that you are Carpenter level 2? Is there anything new you can craft for us? You can do another farmer's hoe. You can do. You can't do a mason's harm because you need this herb, but I need a cleric, or excuse me, an herbalist as soon as you can craft one. And then also the mason is a great one. A rough wooden shield, definitely. Any type of defense for our footmen is critically important. And then beds. All the hearthlings need a bed. It's not even an option, they all need one. Okay, let's go through and harvest again what's in here. Again, this is why that's really important. And it's going to provide the much needed items for the carpenter craft. Let's see, is there anything more that we need to mine? Let's mine this over here, or excuse me, harvest. Harvest that. And then we are good. The last thing I can do is a little bit of mining. Let's go ahead and mine into this area here. And we can use the slice tool to go down. Whoops, don't go down that far. Go down so we can see where it is we're mining. We're gonna mine into this mountain right there. Okay, folks, I think that is a good start for today. We've got our cute little guy doing his work. Oh, look, they're chatting it up. We'll wait to see if we can get somebody in today. The day is just now starting. It would be nice to know if somebody else wants to join us. Oh, they're going to sleep. See, this is why we need to make them beds. They're not going to be happy about sleeping on the ground. Who here wants to sleep on the ground? Nobody. But let's see our daily update. We are just still shy of our net worth, but we've got ample food. So with that, I'm going to say good night for those of you who it's nighttime. Good day for those who it's daytime. But our hearthlings are going to sleep now. Some are getting busy doing other stuff. And with that, I'm going to sign off for now. If you have liked this episode, please leave it a like. It tells me whether or not you want more of this. Subscribe if you haven't already. And with that, I will tell you, I will see you next time.